Hi, welcome to Week 9. Today the Vikings have played host to Washington and defeated them 29-26. So yes, this was a close game. It was exciting, and but most importantly, we won. Anyway, yes, this was a very competitive game, especially in the second half. Yeah, in fact, it was really just a competitive second half. The first half, kind of much like last week, there wasn't really much going on. I mean, and the Vikings score late in the half, their first point late in the half. It started out looking terrible for our offense in the first quarter. I mean, Redskins. I mean, our defense was doing okay. They started to step it up more, and yeah, it's like the Redskins had a 10-0 lead. And I think the turning point in the game was Captain Munnerlin's interception of RG3, which set up that touchdown, that Teddy Bridgewater pass to Chase Ford. And it's weird, it's crazy, up until then, we didn't get, the closest we got to the end zone was to the Redskins, 45-yard line. And yeah, right after that interception, we see a 22-yard pass to Jennings, and then a little later, we see a 20-yard touchdown pass to Ford. And it just looked easy. And I think the Redskins' weakness in their defense was exposed. Because people talk a lot about how they're aggressive and blitzing. And I look them up, and they give up a lot of fantasy points to quarterbacks. Maybe they're not that good. So, then the Redskins would get the ball to start the half, and RG3 got sacked twice, and they go 3 and out. We get the ball, we move downfield, and we score and take the lead. I'm just like, yes, that's exactly what we need to do right now. And then after that, but then the Redskins responded, and they got some help with a lame penalty, which Harrison Smith didn't really actually even hit RG3's head. And right after that, Deshaun Jackson gets a touchdown. And then, after the Redskins got another field goal to make it 20-14, our offense lit up again. And all the scoring was Asiata and Walsh's extra points. But yeah, it seems like our running back duo of McKinnon and Asiata are a pretty good 1-2 punch. McKinnon mostly gets more yards, but Asiata is getting the touchdowns. All of them, which have been at home, by the way. So yeah, it was it was definitely back and forth in the fourth quarter, but we got the betterment of the whole situation. And one thing I would like to point out. All 3 of the Redskins' touchdowns were scored immediately after a penalty. Pretty bad call, if you ask me. And yeah, I mean, so yeah, if you ask me, while I was watching it, I was just saying, God, the refs are just trying to help them win this game. It's so lame. But which I tend to overreact like that. But, the Redskins got penalized 6 times. We got penalized 9 times. So that's something I would definitely like to see less of. That's one area I'd like to see an improvement on. But, we did, however, commit 0 turnovers. So, yeah, that was awesome. And what made it great was just how we just found ways to move the ball. I mean, his favorite target of the day was Greg Jennings, and then Chase Ford, and Asiata was making plays in the passing game as well. But yeah, once again, our leading rusher McKinnon, I like what I'm seeing out of him. I haven't really talked that much about Chase Ford, but he's filled in quite nicely for Kyle Rudolph. And yeah, for the second time this season, third time in his career, Asiata scores 3 touchdowns. And, and he punched in for that 2-point conversion. I was kind of hoping they'd do that because it's like, we're pounding the ball and then just keep doing it. And that surprisingly faked them out. And then, so yeah, after we got the 3-point lead, and Washington didn't get a first down, didn't respond to it. And like, all right, now this is the time to play not to lose. This is the time to try and run out the clock when you feel you're gonna win right now. I mean, because after that we just we pinned them back, way back, and I'm just like, oh God, the only thing I was afraid of was a deep ball to Jackson, but it's like our guys were all lined back there, and yeah. On fourth down, oh my God, it was a sigh of relief. Oh yes. Earlier I mentioned our defense. They were definitely getting in there and making plays, and yeah, I think like 5 or 6 sacks on RG3. That's the kind of stuff we would like to see. And yeah, it was definitely exposed how our weak link of our team is still our offensive line. They were, not really doing that good of a job, especially in the first half. Mostly in the first half. I mean, things got better in the second half. But, I'd like to see what Bridgewater can do with more weapons around him. But next week, the Vikings get a bye. So, I don't know, I might do a video bye week edition on what I just think, like if, I don't know, maybe not, we'll see. And the following week, they travel to Chicago. So as if it wasn't windy enough in this game, they now have to travel to the Windy City. And I expect to see, a run game to do well. I mean, yeah, they weren't doing much in the beginning, but yeah, they started to step it up. But I think the area I think needs more improvement. The most improvement is our offensive line in pass protection, and I'd like to see more accurate throws like on the deep balls from Teddy. But other than that, he's doing all right. Oh yes, and please don't commit penalties. Anyway, I am signing out right now, and I'm saying, go Vikings.